What if your birth alone was destined to challenge the mightiest being in the universe? Zeus's legend begins with a prophecy that struck terror into the heart of his father Cronus and set the stage for an unimaginable rebellion. Faced with the fear of being overthrown by his own child, Cronus resorted to swallowing each of his offspring whole. But Zeus's mother, Rhea, refused to let him meet the same fate. In an act of courage and defiance, she hid her newborn son and presented Cronus with a stone wrapped in cloth instead. This daring deception was the first move in a cosmic game of survival, where the spark of Zeus's birth would ignite the greatest battle between gods and titans the universe had ever witnessed. But how could a hidden infant be the key to rewriting the fate of the heavens? Join us as we explore the extraordinary origins of Zeus, where fear, cunning, and destiny collide to reshape the divine order forever. Cronus, the fearsome Titan king, was haunted by a chilling prophecy that foretold his downfall at the hands of one of his own children. Desperate to cling to his power, he took drastic action, devouring each of his newborns the moment they entered the world. But when Zeus was born, Rhea, his mother, could no longer endure the horror of watching her children consumed. In a bold and desperate act of defiance, she tricked Cronus, swapping the infant Zeus for a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes. Unaware of the deception, Cronus swallowed the stone, believing he had crushed the threat to his reign. Meanwhile, Zeus was whisked away to the safety of a hidden cave, his survival a carefully guarded secret. This was the spark that would ignite an extraordinary journey, a young god destined to rise and challenge the tyranny of his father. But could Zeus, the last hope of the Olympians, truly escape the wrath of Cronus and fulfill the prophecy that would reshape the fate of the cosmos? Hidden away on the island of Crete, Zeus grew stronger with each passing day, both in body and mind. Yet, the weight of his destiny was always with him. The knowledge that one day he would have to face his father Cronus, free his imprisoned siblings, and overthrow the mighty Titans loomed like a shadow. How could one young god possibly stand against such overwhelming power? Despite the enormity of the task, Zeus was undeterred. He knew he couldn't do it alone. Gathering allies, gods, goddesses, and even mortals, he set in motion a plan that would change the course of history forever. His rebellion wasn't one of brute force alone. It was guided by strategy, intelligence, and courage. But what secrets did Zeus uncover as he plotted his revolution? What forces would he have to confront? And what price would he pay for justice? Zeus's first act of rebellion wasn't a display of brute force, but a clever act of deception. With the guidance of the wise goddess Metis, Zeus orchestrated a cunning plan that would mark the beginning of the downfall of his father, Cronus. He tricked Cronus into drinking a powerful potion that forced him to vomit up the children he had swallowed: Hestia, Hera, Demeter, Poseidon, and Hades. As each of his siblings emerged, the first fracture in Cronus's reign of terror appeared. The Titan King, once invincible, had unknowingly sown the seeds of his own defeat. But while this was a small victory, the shadow of the Titans still loomed large. Even with his powerful brothers and sisters at his side, Zeus knew that the true struggle for dominance was only just beginning. Cronus, alongside the other Titans, still held formidable power, and the battle for control of the cosmos would be no easy feat. The release of his siblings had sparked hope, but it also signaled the dawn of a war that would shake the heavens themselves. For 10 relentless years, Zeus and his siblings battled the Titans in a war that would decide the fate of the universe, the legendary Titanomachy. It was a war unlike any other, where divine power collided with ancient forces in a brutal struggle for supremacy. The Olympians, led by the mighty Zeus, fought with unwavering determination, driven by the prophecy that foretold their rise. But the Titans, led by Cronus, Zeus's own father, were not ready to relinquish their reign. The clash between these two powerful generations of gods shook the very foundations of existence. With each passing year, the tension between the old world of the Titans and the emerging era of the Olympians intensified. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Whichever side prevailed would rule not just the heavens, but the fate of all living beings. As the war raged on, it seemed that victory could swing in either direction. The power of Cronus and the Titans was immense, their rule long established. Could Zeus, the youngest of the gods, really challenge the might of the ancient rulers? The breaking point approached. Zeus, armed with his lightning bolts and the support of his siblings, knew that the final battle would determine everything. But how would he turn the tide in a conflict that seemed impossible to win? As tensions boiled over, one thing became clear. This was not just a war for the throne, but a battle that would reshape the universe forever. In the climactic final battle, Zeus unleashed the raw power of his lightning, tearing through the ranks of the Titans with an unstoppable force. Cronus, once feared as the ruler of all, was brought to his knees. The Titans, once mighty and unchallenged, were cast into the depths of Tartarus, their reign overthrown. The Olympians under Zeus's leadership had triumphed. But this victory was more than just the end of a brutal war. It was the beginning of a new era. The dawn of the Olympians signaled a shift in the cosmic balance, with Zeus firmly seated as the king of gods. Yet the question lingered. What would this new world look like under Zeus's rule? What challenges would arise in this transformed universe? The battle was over, but the consequences of this momentous victory would ripple through both the heavens and the earth for ages to come. With the Titans vanquished and Cronus dethroned, Zeus ascended to his rightful place on Mount Olympus. The cosmos, once thrown into chaos, had been brought back into order. Yet the aftermath of this epic battle left more than just a mark on the heavens. It forged the destiny of gods and mortals for ages to come. The balance of power had irrevocably shifted, and under Zeus's reign, the universe would be forever altered. However, even as the Olympians stood victorious, uncertainty lingered. Would they be able to maintain their hold on power, or was this triumph only temporary? Could history repeat itself, as it had with the Titans before them? Zeus's leadership had brought a new era, but with great power comes even greater challenges. Zeus's rise to power wasn't merely a triumph of strength. It was a tale woven with wisdom, strategy, and the inevitable fulfillment of prophecy. From the very moment he was born, Zeus's destiny was set to reshape the realms of gods and men alike. His journey, marked by cunning and courage, led him to overthrow the Titans and establish a new order on Mount Olympus. But Zeus's legacy as the supreme ruler continues to captivate and inspire through the ages. What can we take from Zeus's ascent? Perhaps the greatest lesson is that true strength lies not just in conquering foes, but in creating harmony out of chaos. The battles he faced were not just victories of might, but victories of mind, transforming disorder into a new era of divine rule. And though Zeus claimed his throne, his journey was far from over. His reign would usher in fresh challenges, new battles, and enduring myths that continue to shape the stories of gods and humanity alike.